To the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we resume the pump. Also breaking news, Ripple to launch US dollar stablecoin aiming to compete with USDT and USDC. Also, Goldbugs renew mocking Bitcoin as the yellow metal hits another all-time high. Quoting the high priest, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Max also says very few countries without Bitcoin as legal tender will even exist in 10 years. We're also going to be discussing Bitcoin is an insurance policy against rogue regimes, according to ARK Invest. Cathie would also be sharing her latest predictions, as well as Coinbase partners with Lightspark for Bitcoin Lightning payments. It's about time, being it's the largest crypto exchange in the States, housing over 100 million users. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin's 2028 halving price target is 435,000 per coin, according to this historical data I'll be breaking down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show.
Pump it up.
You already know, fam, we back in the green, up $1,600 on the day. Make some noise for that. Shout out to everyone in the live chat. Good to see you, C-List. K-Jam, I appreciate the retweet as well. Over on X Family, respect. Devon, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Hey, all, just got done with my chores. Good to note, Jennifer. Appreciate you being here as well. Let's get it. Green candles are incoming. You already know, Mark. Pump it up. Pump it up. Hokey Wolf on board buying the dip. Love to hear that. How many of you took advantage of the dip? We corrected. I think we touched somewhere between 64 and 65. So if you took advantage of that, congratulations. Shout out to Creeper 420. Welcome to the stream, family, and everyone just joining us. This is live, so please introduce yourself. Let me know where you're tuned in from before we get the show on the road. Dingo Booty, best username of the day here. Dingo Booty, good morning. Lord Drip, good morning, all. Good morning, Lord Drip. Shout out Bina, good to see you as well. Ready for the orange pillin', says K-Jam. I got you, fam. How's it going? Shout out to Alex, rocket ship to the moon, says Xavier. Let's get it. Shout out Lisa Brault. Always a fabulous day. Respect all the members here of the channel. This month, Bitcoin high price. Yes, price discovery in play. We're not so far away from it. The local top is 73,800 on Coinbase. Only a matter of time before we break through to the other side. No sleep till Brooklyn. Shout out Masayeka. I am still up. Love to hear that, Devon. Sleepy Bitcoin Joe is waking up. Hi from Germany. Shout out Steven. Good to see you on the stream. Appreciate it. Hi from Bangkok. Shout out Jerry Reynolds. Appreciate you tuning in. Colorado up in the #1 daily pod. Shout out to Colorado. Let's go. Rocky Mountain Highs in the building. 2 weeks to the halving. Let that sink in. Do you guys register what that means? 2 weeks away until the 2024 halving, family. Is a big deal. You already know. So yes, the most enticing, exciting time of the cycle. It only occurs once every 4 years, and it's literally in 2 weeks. Dog old Trump. That's right. 2 weeks away. Shalom from socialist Oakland County, Michigan. Shout out Yaheem Stone. Santa Barbara, plug it in. Shout out Santa Barbara, California. Cheers, golly. Push the like button. It helps out tremendously. I appreciate it.
Pump it up. Look, pump it up if your game went long.
When the dip came, you just ate like King Kong. I appreciate that. For the best show ever. Respect, family. XAV. I'm going to call you Xavier because that's how it sounds like your first beginning of the name starts. Yes, just 2 weeks away. Exactly. Sir, today, me Bitcoin long order in Bybit and short. Wow, you longed and shorted at the same time. Interesting. I just got a foot of snow, but glad to be here. Oh, wow. Where are you tuned in from, John? Do let me know.
When the dip hit, you just stayed like King Kong. Hey. More than 5 shots in your stack, then get it on. Yeah. Had the people on my back to get a song.
Boom. C-List, the halving is JV having a baby in 2 weeks. You guys got jokes. Is that what the halving means? Me having a baby in 2 weeks? Diamond hands and laser eyes. We so early, that's for surely. I don't even care about price. Shout out Robbie P on that. Let's go. There is no second best. Thanks for the reminder. Abel.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So stop wasting your money on marketing schemes. A dope MC is a dope MC. Without cream, all can see. Yes, shout out KRS-One channeling the spirit of Satoshi pre-Bitcoin back in 1998. How about that? You already know. Crypto Voodoo, welcome to the stream, family. Having a baby. Hell no, I'm not having a baby. Let's clear the rumor up right now, guys. No baby here. But you guys are hilarious. Keep the comments flowing. I greatly appreciate it. A beautiful day. Bitcoin's up $1,500. Not so shabby. We're just getting this day started. It's only 12 o'clock here in Puerto Rico. Welcome, everyone. Bitcoin rules everything around me. Cream, get the biddies. $1 million bitch, yo. Yeah. Welcome, Phil C. Good to see ya. Welcome, everyone joining. Eric, Grendon, Jody, and Eric in the house. Shout out Jody and Eric. Cheers, JV. Let's go. Cheers, family. Appreciate you tuning in, supporting the channel. Rule number 4, never trade your Bitcoins. What you know about the 10 stat commandments?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 stats commandments.
Woo! Let's go.
60 G's, baby!
You just shook up the world. How's that feel?
Bitcoin be like.
Hey, I'm not surprised, mother.
It's red panty night when you sign to find me, eh? Back at home with your wife.
Back at your home with your wife. Coffee, JV, and bong rips. Going to be a great day. Hallelujah, Joe. Living it up. Love it. You're hiding your lower half of the body. Are you trying to say I'm pregnant? Is this where we're going with that? Johnny Lee Young. I'm naked on the bottom side. I pull a Kevin O'Leary, you know, where he's suited up from the waist up and then he has nothing on below but trousers. You never know. Watched Roadhouse again last night. I bet you it's a pretty awesome flick. I heard it already had over 50 million views, which is really successful. So I'll have to check that one out. Back at your home with your wife. You know what I mean? I know, JV, just joking. It's all good. I love you, Devon. Cheers, family. Welcome, everyone joining the stream, but let's get this show kicked off, shall we? Pump the likes, pump the stream. I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day, just like this. Also important to pump that thumbs up. It helps support the stream as it helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Today is pod episode number 1599. I'm your host, JV, and today is April 4th, 2024. I got 99 problems, but a Bitcoin ain't one. Hit me. Anyways, let's kick it off with our market watch. As you can see right here, we got Bitcoin back in the green, up 2.5% on the day, trading above 67,600. We also have Ether up 1%, trading just under 3,400. All the major cryptos actually in the green and pumping, minus Solana and ICP. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're sitting on a 2.54 trillion market cap with roughly 92 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. With the Bitcoin dominance, pretty much the same as yesterday, 52.2%. Ether dominance back in the decline at 15.9%. How low do you feel this Ether dominance will go this particular cycle? And how high do you project the Bitcoin dominance will likely climb? Let me know in that live chat. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Pendle, Mantle, and Chili's leading the pack. Below that, Maker, Bitcoin Cash, and BNB. Now, which altcoins in particular are you guys most bullish on for this bull run? Holla. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get more of a visual perspective, it looks like 95% of the market pumping in the green. We zoom out on the monthly, and wow, it's kind of a mix. I'd say 50-50, half in the green, half in the red. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated a 70. Greed, yesterday a 71, last week an 80, and last month a 90. And extreme greed, and just note, the higher this goes, the more likely of a correction. Just like last month, we climbed and hit 90, and we had a, whatever, was it 17% correction? But we're right back in the game, so you already know. And checking out the Bitcoin halving countdown, as of today, it shows we got 17 days left until the most significant event in crypto, which only occurs every 4 years, with the estimated halving date scheduled to take place April 22nd. Just note, it's all dependent upon the block height. We're currently on block 837,691. As soon as we hit block 840,000, that's officially when the halving will be. And checking out the time chain calendar, refreshing here, it shows you the current block we're currently on, 837,691. It shows you the Bitcoin market cap sitting pretty at 1.33 trillion. And currently you can convert $1 for 1,478 Satoshis. Just note, the higher the price goes for a Bitcoin, the less Satoshis you'll receive for $1. And one day, some say, like Michael Saylor, Bitcoin could hit 100 million a coin. That would put each Satoshi valued at $1. Send it and let's get it. But anyways, fam, welcome everyone just joining the stream. Holla at your boy. Let me know where you're tuned in from, and I'll read some more comments out loud before we dive into our TA. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see everyone up in here. Shout out Crypto Surge, Solana, and Jupiter on my current bestest, says Creeper 420. Doggle Trump says all the coins that were up in the Bitcoin dip are now down as Bitcoin goes green again. It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu in this piece. Devon reminds us to hit that like, fingers up. 154 watching. Appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Joe, I am loaded up. Oh boy, I got the hiccups again. Loaded up with Bitcoin and MicroStrategy. Let me sip some of this water.
Well. You know what time it is. Whew. We back, baby.
We back in this piece. Kicking it in Arizona desert. Welcome, Dingo Booty. Pepe, what about the Pepe? It's been kind of quiet, eh? Joe says 96% of my portfolio is Bitcoin. Been in Bitcoin since 2017. Well, we share that in common. I also got started in 2017, fam. Congratulations. And you're almost as bullish as me. I love it.
Bitcoins, shitcoins, or NFTs. There's no greater feeling than hitting that sweet all-time high.
All-time high in this what?
All-time high in this bitch.
We just what?
Watch it pump to the sky. We just buy and get rich.
That's right. We just buy and get rich. Yes, back again, Redding, California. Welcome, Redding Red. I dig it. Space Coast of Florida in the house. Shout out to the brothers T. Willamon, howdy from far west Texas, all the way out there in the far west. Cheers, family. Solana is the real deal, says Expos John. Anyone else bullish on Solana? Holla, let me know. But never sell your soul. I'm talking SOUL, not SOL there, by the way. Some stocks, some gold, some silver, some meme coin-ish coins, and copper, things that go boom.
All-time high in this bitch. Watch it pump, baby. We just buy and get rich.
You already know. So keep the comments flowing. We appreciate it. Let's dive into our Bitcoin TA, shall we? Headline reads, Bitcoin taps 67.5 as 2% of the Bitcoin price gains accompany U.S. jobless claims. That's right. As we can see here in the Bitcoin 1 hour chart, Bitcoin rebounded 2% today, April 4th, as broad risk assets rallied forward, encouraging signals from the U.S. Federal Reserve. Now, data from TradingView showed local Bitcoin price highs of 67.5 on Bitstamp around the Wall Street Open. Bitcoin joined U.S. stock indices and heading higher on the day, while gold cooled off after setting a new all-time high, tapping 2,300. Peter Schiff must be like ecstatic out of his mind, right? We're going to be discussing that in a little bit. The day prior, Fed Chairman Jay Powell delivered a dovish tone on economic policy, suggesting that interest rate cuts, a key boon for risk assets, would come before the end of the year. Quoting him here, "We have held our policy rate at its current level since last July," he said during a speech for the Stanford Business, Government, and Society Forum at the Stanford Graduate School of Business in Stanford, California. Quoting him again, "As shown in the individual projections the FOMC released 2 weeks ago, my colleagues and I continue to believe that policy rate is likely at its peak for this tightening cycle. If the economy evolves broadly as we expect, most FOMC participants see it as likely to be appropriate to begin lowering the policy rate at some point this year." Now, Powell referred to the FOMC meeting, the next of which is due in May, which is next month. The latest data from the CME Group's FedWatch tool puts the odds of a minimal 0.25% rate cut either at the meeting or the following one in June at 61%. at the best. Meanwhile, the latest initial U.S. jobless claims came in highly above expectations at 221,000 versus the expected 214,000, providing additional upward impetus for the market movement. In analyzing the current Bitcoin market structure, we had popular trader Pierre noting that the 200-period exponential moving average on the 4-hour time frame was providing support. As you can see here in the chart, optimistic as ever, fellow trader Jelly looked at promising signals on the daily chart as grounds to suspect upside continuation to come next. Now, Bitcoin's RSI crossed back above the key 50 point at the daily close, and as reported, daily RSI had been circling its lowest levels in months. Now, Bitcoin has locked in a hidden bullish divergence on the daily chart. This divergence often shows up during the pullbacks, during a strong bullish trend, signaling the next leg higher. Bring on 82,000 per Bitcoin. Send it, family. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that analyst. I'd love to see a $82,000 biddy personally as the next leg up, which is only, what is that, 8,000 above the current all-time high of 74,000. So very, very doable. And with that being shared, family, let me know your thoughts of where you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to take us within the next couple of weeks leading up to the big halving event. Holla. Don't sleep on Tesla, says Trump. Wish I got NVIDIA. With the reports came out, Nancy Pelosi's husband was loading up. Not surprised there. Hey, it's raining. January is raining here today there. Fairgrounds, welcome fam. Recession always comes with rate cuts. It doesn't rain in the pub. KJM. Mars in the house. I'm still making money off of it, fool. You don't like making money, that's your problem, says Jerome. What are you making money on there, fam? Crack that like, folks. Appreciate that, Fairground. I am over 3/4 of a biddy, 1 ETH, and 1 Solana. And I don't associate with anyone. Just leave in my Tangent wallet and add to the Bitcoin when possible. My goal is to own a whole Bitcoin. Well, that's a fantastic goal, family. Congratulations on that. I can definitely tell you, owning that 3/4 of a Bitcoin is way superior than being a whole coiner in ETH or Solana. Hands down. So keep stacking them biddies. I still say 85,000 by 420. Send it. I dig it. I dig it. 82 to 90,000 is my guess for the next leg up, says Steven. I can't wait until the live pump watch where we capture that, just as we captured 73,800 together. That was pretty lit. Looking forward to that as well. Then before you know it, the next leg up will be a six-figure Bitcoin price crossing the 100,000 milestone. Victor Conley, get ready for blast off. The biddies are coming out and bouncing to a new high. You can say that again.
Get right back, we back in the black, we back in the green. Got the team all around me, we rowdy and causing scenes.
How about a pregnant JV meme coin? Oh my God, Silas, you don't stop. Oh man. Yeah, so craziness, man. Craziness in the market. Jennifer, once we get to 80 Gs, 100,000 will come instantly. People want to see that gap close when it's that close. Very probable, man. We could easily pump to 80 and within 24 hours hit 100. Anything is possible. That's what makes crypto so exciting, right? That's why we're all here. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're damn sure it's going to be exciting. Scotland in the house. Oh, shout out to the Stiffmeister. Stifler, Steve Stifler is here. Good to see you, Stiffmeister. I manage 1/8 of a Bitcoin, working on it very well. Reynolds, you got this, family. Keep stacking. Major resistance, 72.75. Then boom. Let's go. Maybe I am free balling. I think that's a little too much info for you guys. What if I was free balling? Well, I will say this. I am not wearing underwear today. Take that for what it's worth. It doesn't mean I'm not wearing shorts, but I ain't wearing underwear today. And maybe on the uncensored version of the pod, I'll tell you why. Stick around. JV, that drum roll was appropriately half-hearted. Damn you, Silas. Damn you. Got the jokes. And that's not even a drum roll. It's called a rim shot. Get your facts correct, broski. I apparently had to remind people about the rules. Respect the stream, the people, and JV, don't spam the chat. Very well said, Jennifer. And if anyone doesn't respect the rules, you're out. There's really no warning. So respect. That's the key word here. Be respectful of everyone here. 100%. TMI, JV, TMI. Too much info, I know. They could, damn it, it's Silas's fault. He just won't let it go. JV is free balling. hey, there's a strategy here. Morning fam, today I scored some fiat credit from my poor country to stack some biddies. Kudos to you, Aegis. I'm curious, which poor country are you referring to, if you don't mind sharing? PR is hot. I'd be free balling too. Precisely, my man. Precisely. Thank you, says AB. You're welcome. I don't wear underwear much. Free the gonads. I mean, free the gonads. Nipsey's gonads are free. I'm just trying to be like Nipsey. Remember that commercial, Be Like Mike? It was very popular in the 90s. Be like Nip and just go free balling. I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with a little grunge, says Mark. Anyways, fam, enough of the shenanigans. Let's dive into our next story of the day and discuss this Ripple stablecoin, which is pretty much the big news of the day in the market. Ripple to launch a US dollar stablecoin aiming to compete with USDT and USDC. In fact, Mr. Garlinghouse made the announcement earlier on X. Check it. XRP issuer Ripple announced plans to launch a US-backed stablecoin in hopes to compete with Circle and Tether for a slice of the market share over the next 5 years. And Chief Technology Officer of Ripple, David Schwartz, ahead of the announcement, was interviewed by Cointelegraph outlining plans for the stablecoin that will initially be issued on the XRP ledger and the Ethereum blockchain. Quoting him here, "It is funny that the question you asked, we don't have an answer to it yet. What's the ticker going to be, and what are we going to call it? You're just going to have to call it the Ripple stablecoin for now." Ripple has been toying with the idea of launching a stablecoin for over a year, and Schwartz believes the existing stablecoin ecosystem is not as diverse and robust as it could be. Pinning the stablecoin's market current value at $150 billion, Schwartz said there is room for another big player. Quoting him here, "We think it'll be over $2 trillion by 2028, and there is only 2 market leaders. We don't think it is a winner-take-all ecosystem, particularly on the DeFi side." Now, personally, I think the clear winner is USDT, hands down. They have the most Bitcoin on the balance sheet. They have the largest market cap by far, and they are legit, unlike Circle's USDC. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Ripple's stablecoin will be pegged at a 1-to-1 ratio with the US dollar, and the company plans to back the tokens with US dollar deposits, short-term US government treasuries, and other cash equivalents. Schwartz said that Ripple would look to emulate Circle's focus on compliance and likely aim to compete against the USD coin issuer. Quoting him here, "Our angle is going to be very compliance first. We are very transparent about how these assets are backed, so we're kind of going to be directly competing against USDC." And he also shared, "We're looking to grab some market share. We're not looking to finesse a couple of extra decimal points by taking risks with other people's money." Schwartz added, when queried over Ripple's plans to back the stablecoin with dollar deposits, US treasuries, and cash equivalents. And here you can see their reserves composition as of March 28th of this year, their balances and circulation. It shows you USDC. It shows you their cash reserve of the banks, the Circle Reserve Fund, the issuance and redemption, and all this data. And this is USDC, in which they're competing against. Now, the reserve assets are set to be audited by a third-party accounting firm, and Ripple will publish monthly attestations. Schwartz drew comparisons to the early days of Tether's stablecoin, USDT, where critics often sounded the alarm over the potential of the issuer to steal funds and the credibility of its reserve attestations. Initially, when Tether first launched, he said, a big concern was whether these guys would run off with all the money because they are very incentivized to do that. Then after a while, you're like, wait a minute, these guys have a long-term business. Now, the Ripple Chief Technology Officer added that the reality of launching a new stablecoin could attract hundreds of millions, even billions or tens of billions of dollars, which would lead to these types of concerns. The company is leaning on its credibility, track record in the space, and strong balance sheet to squeeze its way into the stablecoin market. Quoting Schwartz again, I think we have a credible claim to be in the conversation near the top. And if at the end of the 2 years, we're number 3, but the market has grown to 10 times what it is today, that's still pretty good, is what he is saying. And also queried why Ripple was interested in a stablecoin offering while XRP continues to be positioned as the token for its real-time gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network, primarily catering to financial institutions. Here's what Schwartz had to say in response. The RippleNet services non-bank payment companies using XRP for transparent payments. However, there are some markets that these firms cannot get into using XRP or supplement liquidity. Having multiple paths to give customers a better experience means you have more customers. If we only did things with XRP, then where XRP wasn't available, we would just have to tell a customer, No. The introduction of a Ripple stablecoin is also set to complement the ecosystem's recently launched automated market maker. Now, Swartz says that the stablecoin will provide liquidity and capture volatility and arbitrage opportunities between multiple assets. So there you have it, fam. Now, very interesting. I wasn't anticipating this big announcement from Ripple Labs, but what are your thoughts on them launching their own stablecoin? And yes, I know there's going to be a lot of jokes like XRP has been the best performing stablecoin, keeping its price the same for the past 6 or 7 years, however long it's been. But nonetheless, let me know your feedback and I'll read some of these comments out loud. I have posted a hype post of Bitcoin when it went over 60. It popped on me a few times during the dip, kept me positive all through this good thing above 60 and profit. Cheers to that, family. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Phil, lots of longs bounced at 64.5. Now let's blow up the shorts. Then price discover. Boom. Shakalaka.
Bitcoin Top 100 Rich List from 3rd of June 2011.
The Good Shepherd, you know what's good. Damn straight. Almost 68 G's, baby. Right when we're streaming, you know how we do. Pump the likes to pump the stream. This is a throwback from 2011. Max and Stacy via the Kaiser Report blowing the whistle on Bitcoin before everyone else. And this was internationally covered via the Kaiser Report on RT.
Here's a little video I made of the top 100. As you can see, it's they're all anonymous.
This is fantastic. This is the new Forbes fortune list, isn't it? These are the Bitcoin fortunes.
Bitcoin fortunes. Let's go. Shout out Max.
And notice, yes, all numbers. It's pure anonymous. And this is the biggest story of this decade.
Facts. And the biggest story of the next decade.
Going forward is the transition from the old way of doing business around the world to the Bitcoin way of doing business, which is purely anonymous.
Cheers to that. And Digital Dankness, good to see a family. Pump that mofo up. Let's go.
And this is the great achievement of the global insurrection against banker occupation.
Get 'em.
Bitcoin is the currency of the resistance.
Where my resistance at? Holla at your boy. You already know. And this one's for you, Dankness.
Oh yeah, we heard Kramer report that. Thank you. He said, we bought more bags till we got a sword back.
Wow. That was 2011. Yes, amazing. So much respect to Max and Stacy. Love those two. Anyways, fam, next story of the day. Let's discuss the gold all-time high. It tapped $2,300 an ounce. And yes, the Goldbugs are now making fun of the Bitcoiners. You can't make the ish up, but nonetheless, they can have their flowers for the day. Spot gold prices have reached an all-time high, resulting in a resurgence of Bitcoin derision from the precious yellow metals investors. Gold hit the all-time high of $2,304 per ounce yesterday, April 3rd, according to the American Hartford Gold Group, posting an 11.5% year-to-date gain for the usually slow-moving asset. And that's a massive gain for you Goldbugs. So congrats, guys. Gold started gaining momentum mid-February, rising from around 2,000 per ounce to over 2,200 late March, and having held up well alongside other safe haven assets due to the growing global tensions, uncertainty over possible interest rate cuts, and de-dollarization. Hartford Funds investment strategist Nanette Jacobson told Market Watch on April 3rd, and you can see here gold at $2,304. Now, Bitcoin is sometimes referred to as digital gold, but the real gold's price peak sparked renewed mockery from the Goldbugs and Bitcoin belittlers. And of course, the biggest one there is going to be from Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff said in an April 3rd post, in the second quarter of 2024, Bitcoin is down 7%, while silver and gold are up 8% and 3% respectively, claiming the results speak for themselves. However, the second quarter began 3 days ago, exactly at the time of Schiff's post, and Bitcoin gained 55% for this year, eclipsing gold's gains over the same time by a factor of 5. Take that, Shifty. Now, in a follow-up post, Schiff claimed to be the last chance to sell your Bitcoin and buy some gold and silver at favorable prices. If you fail to act, have fun staying poor, he claimed. The irony was not lost on some of the respondents. Crypto trader Kassar said they didn't have yet another 60 years to wait for gold to go up another $1,500. And ByteTree analyst and researcher Charlie Morris also took a swipe at Bitcoin in an April 3rd post, commenting that gold has reached an all-time high without electricity consumption, referring to Bitcoin's power-intensive mining process. However, check this out. Environmentalist and Bitcoin ESG researcher Daniel Batten was quick to point out that the energy required for gold extraction is mostly from fossil fuels, which is fact. Quoting him here, gold has a much higher environmental impact and emission intensity than Bitcoin mining, which is fully electrified and does not leave mercury or arsenic in the local and water supply. Tell him, Charlie Morris. Now, Swan co-founder Brady Swenson added, how can you be a gold bug and not understand the gold mining process? I visited a gold mine once. It was apocalyptic. Meanwhile, the 14 leading gold tracking ETFs have lost $2.5 billion from the start of the year to mid-February, in contrast to the Bitcoin funds, which have seen almost $4 billion in inflows over the same period. What does this tell us? All of that gold ETF money is flowing into the king crypto, BTC. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, one of my favorite quotes from Max, gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Let me know if you agree with that sentiment. And isn't that ape so sexy? Just saying. This is like, I'll leave it at that. And Max also says that very few countries without Bitcoin as legal tender will even exist in the next decade. Let me know if you agree with that sentiment, family. So you either adopt Bitcoin or get left behind and disperse and disappear into the ether, pun intended. But anyways, fam, let me know your thoughts and feedback on all of that. I'm going to read that out loud. And how many of you are gold investors? And isn't it hilarious? Peter Schiff. Wow, and we're 68,000 just like that. Let's go. Gold mining is green, apparently. Yeah. Parsnip poison is how to kill a husband. Oh boy, why are we talking about this conversation? Mining gold kills people mining it. This is true. How many kids die mining for gold? This is fact. Just got here. Job messing with my free time. Damn you, job. Stop messing with my Bitmas Prime already. Yes, parsnip is a acquired taste. I like it, but as a kid, yuck. Never heard of parsnip. What is that? Gold moves with inflation. Tech stocks, the house, the basement. Bitcoin beats them all. Gold may be going up, but the biddies are coming out. That's right. First you get the biddies, then you get the... Finish that quote. And if you don't know, now you know, broskies.
Can't short your dork, we can't afford that. Wait for the pump to come, we should have bought that. Yeah. Toe to zero,
you really thought that? Peter. Silly Peter. Anyway, 62 tons of rock needs to be moved to get 1 ounce of gold. That's a lot of rock. That is a lot of rock. Because of Bitcoin, I was able to tell my boss to go F himself and haven't looked back. Love that. Yeah, gold is green before they mine it. Yes, you got that right. Dankness. What do we call people who save in fiat currency? We'll ask Michael, because he's the Giga Chad.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
Not this guy. Not this guy.
People that use fiat.
Currency has store value. What do we call them, folks? Let me know in the chat, family. Don't be a stranger. We're live and in the flesh. Make some noise. We're back above 68. We're going to be back above 70 in no time. Excuse me. Why you need to bash Bitcoin, Peter Sniff. This is like his revenge because he gets bashed every day. So I honor it. It's all good. He could have his flowers for the day. Just like even a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day. That's pretty much Peter Schiff for you.
Currency as a store of value.
What do we call them, folks?
We call them poor. We call them poor.
You got that right, family. You already know. You guys are too smart. I can't stump you guys, damn it. Like Max stumped Alex Jones by asking very difficult questions like, who is the creator of Bitcoin? Alex, why do you got to give me such difficult questions, Max? And with 10,000 Bitcoin on the line, for Christ's sake. Sold all my gold last year and moved it all into Bitcoin. Smart move, Peter. Cheers to that. Well done. My pet rock doesn't weigh anything. That's the beauty of the pet rock, right? Poor. We call them, yes. Bought the dip and I am happy. Love to hear that, Ivan. Glad that you're happy. A lot of that needs to be a group up too. I have witnessed a gold rush and been in gold mining tunnels. Oh, wow. See this. Sniff is hollering at the kids on his grass. Yes, Peter Sniff. Satoshi for the win. Alex, what's the max supply of Bitcoin? Oh, is that a trick question, Max? I know nothing about the Bitcoin. I couldn't take Alex serious. There's no way he didn't know any of those questions. He's a good actor, in my opinion. There's just no way he can know so much about all the mysteries of the world and every conspiracy and not know the basics of Bitcoin, especially after being gifted 10,000 Bitcoin, which he now claims he never received or lost. I'm just saying. Anyways. Yes, gold is an ancient hard asset. It isn't realistic to buy when you have digital gold. That's completely honest and lucrative. Facts, Phil. 100% with you. 2017 silver $30, Bitcoin 750 in 2024 silver $27 and Bitcoin 74,000. Facts. In Papua New Guinea in late 1980s. If Grayscale was not done with Bitcoin, I wonder what the price would be today. Probably already be at 100 G's. Good actor? Oh, I don't know. You know what I meant there, Dankness. Got 2 more long sleeve Bitcoin shirts from Amazon last night. Nice. Sold my gold 4 months ago and fight with my wife. A few weeks later, she sold her gold and bought Bitcoin. Hashtag winning there, Jerry. Very well done, family. We all saw his BS. That was bad acting. True. I'm not sure if you saw my message. I just want to say it again. You're doing a great job. Cheers to that. Shout out to the mods, Serge, K-Jam, Jennifer, Dankness. We greatly appreciate y'all. Show the mods some love. Poor is just saying, since my original, what's that word? Pejorative was redacted. I don't even know this word, how to pronounce it. Pejorative. Yeah, some people get offended with that term. And just FYI, we're not trying to offend anybody. We're just quoting Michael Saylor. Saylor is ultimately the Giga Chad, so we got to quote him. Love light to all Lightning Network. Let's go. Bought a HODL shirt from Andreas. Nice. It's the 21st century. We have internet. We need gold. Nope, absolutely don't. Didn't the wife have gold bars in the basement? Ask Celis. The mods are epic. Amen to that. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Cheers, K-Jam. My husband finally wants to sell the gold we have. He now wants all of it in Bitcoin. Smart man, Jennifer. You got to give the man what he wants, right? Mods rule. Thank you for that, Devon. Keep the comments flowing. Let's dive into our next story of the day. We discussed the latest with gold. Well, here's the latest from ARK Invest. It's Cathie Wood. Show some love for Cathie Wood in the comments, broskies. We appreciate it. So yeah, Cathie Wood, founder and CEO of ARK Invest, thinks Bitcoin is an insurance policy against rogue regimes as more users flock to it amid the devaluation of their national currencies. During a new interview on CNBC, Wood tagged Bitcoin as a hedge against devaluation and loss of purchasing power and wealth, insisting that the mass adoption of the digital asset signals a flight to safety in various parts of the world. And she ain't telling no lies. Over the past few months, several fiat currencies depreciated against the US dollar as countries continue to struggle with high inflation rates. Some of those are the Nigerian naira, which lost over 50% of its value, and the Egyptian pound, which has depreciated by roughly 40%. Other countries include the Argentine peso and Japanese yen, the Turkish lira, the Lebanon pound, and the Pakistani rupee. The free fall of all these currencies caused Bitcoin to hit new all-time highs against them long before registering a new peak against USD. Wood believes that these currency devaluations and flows into the Bitcoin ETF market were the reasons Bitcoin surged dramatically in the past few weeks. Users deemed the crypto a hedge against unfavorable monetary policies and chose to store their money in it. Preach, quoting her here. I think this is a flight to safety. That's also quoting Lawrence Fink, CEO of BlackRock. Believe it or not, taking place, a hedge against devaluation, a hedge against a loss of purchasing power and wealth. I think this is an insurance policy against rogue regimes or against just horrible fiscal and monetary policies. Preach. Wood further explained that this is not the first time that Bitcoin has surged during a traditional financial crisis. She cited the U.S. banking crisis of March 2023, when regional banks collapsed and Bitcoin spiked roughly 40% afterward. Now, between March and April of last year, around 4 American leading institutions, including Silvergate and Signature Bank, shuttered their services after bank runs that caused a surge in deposit outflows. While the shares of the battered financial institutions fell heavily, Bitcoin moved in the opposite direction, recording substantial gains despite the crypto market suffering from the pangs of the bear cycle. Now, ARK Invest CEO says that such an occurrence shows that Bitcoin has no counterparty risk and is both a risk on and risk off asset. That's right. Not only is it an insurance policy, it's also a hedge against inflation, deflation. It's also a risk or a hedge against rogue governments and just corruptible mofos that are looking to do bad things and continue to print money. I'm not mentioning any names, but you all know who we're referring to here. So as they continue to print, hedge against this with the King Crypto, the ultimate store of value to protect your wealth. And not only is it a store of value, it's also the ultimate savings because it's mathematically guaranteed to increase your purchasing power when it's in Bitcoin, whereas with the dollar, it's the polar opposite. Your purchasing power is mathematically guaranteed to decrease because they have to print when they're in such a big deficit. And currently it's something like $35 trillion. So there's going to be mass printing going on. That's not going to slow down, and it's just going to make Bitcoin that much more valuable. Shout out to the crypto voodoo. Damn right, JV. Appreciate that. I ran into an old friend the other day, and he asked me what I do for work, and I told him I'm retired because of Bitcoin, and he was like, what is Bitcoin? Hilarious, right? How early we truly are. Biddy is anti-poor. Just saying. That's right. Shout out to the Moonstone. Shout out to all the members. Koo's Dog. One of the best things about Bitcoin is people around the world without any access to fiat. BS can now change their lives. Facts, Koo's Dog. Mick Footnader. A friend said they can change. Whoa, that comment was in and out. A friend said they can change the price of Bitcoin with a click of a button. Then I asked about the dollar. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, sure. It just shows you how much people really don't understand Bitcoin and how early we are, because if most of the masses understood it, we'd be at 10x the current price. We wouldn't be sitting at 68. We'd be at 680,000. Facts. The higher the price gets, the more people will understand it, and the easier it will become to buy it. In the early days, when Bitcoin was only pennies, it was extremely difficult to even acquire it, right? There was only one exchange. I think that was Silk Road. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then there were maybe giveaways and stuff like that. But the more widespread it becomes and the more talked about it becomes, the higher the price will be. That's just the nature of how things work around here. The banks are scary, yeah, and they'll lie to your face. The banking system has never been so strong. Meanwhile, they don't have any money at the bank. You ever try to like withdraw $10,000 and it's impossible? You go to the bank. Sorry, we don't have that kind of cash here. You don't have that kind of cash, but you're holding 20,000 of my dollar. Yeah, but we don't keep it at the bank. You need to make an appointment. That was like 10 years ago when I used to do these things at the bank, right? It's crazy. The banks don't even have your money because it's called fractional reserve banking. You give them your money and then they lend it out by a factor of 10, right? It's crazy. Welcome to fractional reserve banking. And so they don't have the money. So if there was a bank run, just like with the regional banking crisis, everyone demands their money. It don't matter if it's FDIC insured up to $250,000. They don't have it. So it's irrelevant what they tell you, right? They just want to make you feel like they have your money so you feel good and you don't take it out of the bank. And that's what they do. I don't even understand why anyone would keep money at the bank when you're getting virtually nothing in savings. There's like virtually no yield anymore. And you're actually ending up losing money due to inflation. So that's why Michael Saylor, when he says that quote, he's not like, you know, he's actually being truthful. People who save in fiat currency and treat fiat currency as a store of value.
People that use.
We call them poor, family, because only poor people would do that. Because poor people don't understand money. They don't understand the dollar. They don't understand the corruption of the banking system. And clearly, they don't understand Bitcoin. Just saying.
Fiat.
Zero reverse banking these days. The banks like to bundle up the monies. Since March 2020, there is no fractional reserve. I'm not shocked there either. But hey, what's up from Winnipeg? Says Darth Cater. Welcome. Be your own bank. Look up how to loan yourself money. F the banks. That's right. The bank of you.
Currency. We call them poor. We call them poor.
Canada. All hail Canada. It's all digits, no cash. Exactly. And they're moving away from cash. They're trying to make a cashless society anyways. Hence the CBDCs around the corner. DNA Noonan, morning JV. How's everyone watching the greatest show on YouTube? Love you, brother. Respect DNA. Greatly appreciate those kind words. Bitcoin to the moon. Show us your puppy dog again. Maybe I'll do so on the after party on Rumble. That's like a bonus. I can't just be showing Nipsey in the public light because some say Nipsey is Satoshi. You know what I mean? You just what it do, JV? Eastern Oregon in the house. Pump it up, amigo. Yeah, speaking of pumping it up.
You can call me 3AC because I'm blowing it up. Short squeeze, more please, yeah, it's going to pump.
Pump. Really from Winnipeg. I lived in Miami Beach for 30 years, and I've only met 7 people from Winnipeg. Grew up in Westwood. Oh, word up, relaxing. Mill, baby, because we here. Let's go. Go to the bank and tell them you want to withdraw $5,000. They'll tell you to come back. Exactly my point, Joe. And you ever want to, like, for example, deposit, I don't know what the number is now, but back in the day, if I ever made a $10,000 deposit, you'd have to fill out a form of like where the money came from. And it's like, oh my God. And maybe even when you withdraw a large sum, they'll be like, what are you going to do with it? It's like, F you, it's my money. Just give it back. And I'll never give you back this money, damn bank. Like, why'd I give you this money in the first place? Yeah, it's crazy. The channel, there is no second best. I greatly appreciate that, Devon. You're the bomb diggity. Winnipeg, isn't that Canada? I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeppers. That's impressive. You do so much. Yeah, Jennifer's the bomb diggity. Pump it up. 5 Bitcoins per visitors. 5 biddies, eh? Anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. Let's dive into our next story of the day. Discuss the latest with Coinbase implementing the Lightning Network. It's about time. I mean, they have over 100 million users, and some of the fees have been ridiculous. Shout out Manny Salam. So it's only going to make it more affordable for all the users on the exchange. So here's the headline. Coinbase partners with Lightspark for the Bitcoin Lightning payments. That's right. Coinbase one step closer to integrating Bitcoin Lightning on its platform amid a new partnership with Lightspark, an enterprise-focused Lightning solution led by former PayPal president David Marcus. In a post yesterday, the Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said the integration of the Bitcoin Layer 2 network will happen very soon, which will allow its 108 million user base to leverage potentially faster and cheaper Bitcoin transactions. Let's go. Quoting him here, Lightning up all Coinbase touch points with Lightning will offload more transaction activity to Bitcoin's second layer, which will combat the recent rise of the fees of the Bitcoin base layer, Lightspark explained. Now, Armstrong confirmed that Coinbase would integrate the Bitcoin Lightning last September, but didn't provide further details on how or when that would occur. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I also recall Binance making a similar announcement, and I don't think they ever implemented it. Let me know, fam. Now, Cointelegraph reached out to Coinbase, but didn't get an immediate response. But as we know, founded in 2022, Lightspark's efforts have revolved around removing complexities that come with implementing and managing Lightning node to send and receive transactions reliably. Now, personally, I think all the exchanges should have access to Bitcoin's Lightning network to make it more affordable to send and receive crypto to the exchanges. Now, the firm also built Lightspark Predict, an AI-based smart engine that aims to optimize liquidity requirements and routing in real time to maximize transaction success rates and finality times. Pretty interesting. Now, according to Bitcoin's financial services firm River, Lightning payment success rate is around 99.7%, measured from the 308,000 Lightning transactions requested on its platform last October. The main reason for failure occurs when no payment route can be found that has enough liquidity to facilitate the transfer. However, River found the average Lightning transaction size was around 44,700 Satoshis, which is only $11.84. The firm estimated between 279,000 and 1.1 million Lightning users were active in September. Now, Coinbase's biggest competitor, Binance, integrated Bitcoin Lightning last July. Oh, so they did. I didn't know they actually followed through with the announcement. I stand corrected. Lightning has become a popular payment method in Lugano, Switzerland, El Zante in El Salvador, known as Bitcoin Beach, as well as Utiva, Costa Rica, known as the Bitcoin Jungle. Pura Vida fam. However, the Bitcoin bull sailor has or some other industry pundits believe that Bitcoin is far better off as a store of value tech than a medium of exchange. Hey, I say do anything you want to do with it because you have the free will to do so. So use your Bitcoin how you choose to use it. What are your thoughts on that? And how many of you are currently using the Coinbase exchange or Binance exchange, which apparently has Lightning already implemented? Please do let me know, family. I'm going to read some of these comments out loud before we dive into our feature story of the day. Pump the likes and pump the stream for Christ's sake. We're up 1,700 on the day. We surpassed 68,000. Nice little recovery from 64. Hopefully you took advantage of that dip. And you are right, K-Jam. It's bananas. Janet Yellen says so, and whatever Janet Yellen says must be true. Not construction. I own 5 big trucks and a courier service, marketing and investments. Yeah, Jennifer is a wizard and early a Bitcoin adopter. Faster, cheaper, more Bitcoin for us. It's about time. Litecoin is extremely fast on the Lightning Network. Oh, word up. Eggs are going to get a God candle soon here. Yeah, we need a God candle for the biddies. God candle we define as just $10,000 rise on the daily chart, which ultimately will take us to 78,000, a new all-time high. Then we define the Omega candle as a $100,000 daily candle. That's what we're really looking forward to. Wow, impressive, says Moonstone. Small world. It is a small world after all. Y'all remember that ride in Disney? Classics. Anyways, good afternoon, family. May we ride Bitcoin to the moon. During the double eclipse, April 8th, it's going to be an epic race to the moon, says Jerome Smith. Cheers to that. Looking forward to it, family. A trucker like Tucker, and FJB is also a Russian trucker. FJB, hashtag FJB. Let me know if you agree. Let's go, Brandon. Welcome everyone joining the stream.
Drop foot, but it's still not slowing it up. I can't wait till the feds start showing this love. The full flag on the chart got me blowing a nut.
Let's go.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
The greatest.
You agree?
Agreed.
And there is no second best asset.
Tell him. Vitalik, I actually retweeted a video shared on X that was going viral. He talks about how Ethereum has all these backdoors. Not surprised. I kind of figured that much, but he admits it. So interesting. We'll see how Ethereum performs this cycle. What are your thoughts on Ether, guys? Let me know. It's about 7,500 sats per dozen eggs. Oh, wow. UFO Gaming. Jasmine says, Edir, welcome to the stream. New report that egg farmers are having to kill their flock once again. Why is that? Why would they kill their flocks? The eggs I buy are, whoa, $6 to $7, $7.50 a dozen. Similar here to Puerto Rico. I think I pay about the same. I buy CB and transfer to Tangent. KJM agrees. Man, I kind of got the hiccups. ASM, Adir, thumbs up on the stream. Okay. OBI Tech, 68 Gs. You already know. CTX. Is that an alt? I'm not familiar with it. You keep mentioning bird flu. Why is that? Oh, is that why you got to kill the freaking... Oh, man. For real? That's sad. Imagine having to kill your own flocks. Good Lord. Thoughts on the base coins? What are base coins? I don't know. Disease and flocks. Yeah, I see. Sad. I traded my ETH for Bitcoin. Smart move, Ben Wise. Smart move. Notice the ETH dominance is very low right now, 15.9%. Did you guys see the James O'Keefe video he released on ETHgate? I retweeted it yesterday and I watched it. It was very informative, and it shows you the real founder of ETH before Joseph Lubin and Vitalik. His intention was for it to be a decentralized ecosystem, and then there's a lot of collusion and corruption and things that made it become centralized, and they mention all the names, and shout out to James O'Keefe for doing that. You guys, I highly encourage you guys, check it out if you haven't. He's the same one who was the undercover guy that exposed Pfizer. Remember, there was like an interview and he sat and the guy was revealing all the evil plans over at Pfizer. And then he lost his job at his own company, kind of like a Steve Jobs. They kicked him out of his own company and then he had to start a new media company. That's James O'Keefe. Check it out. Check out the ETHgate video he just put out. Powerful stuff. What's going on, Bitcoin Trini? 25,000. Mines are fresher. Good stuff. Shocker. I save money by going single, saved every penny in Bitcoin. Hashtag winning. Cheers to that. Smart man. ETH will make 10,000. Now, don't get me wrong. Even with ETHgate and it not being decentralized and all the shenanigans that come along with it, I still think easy 10,000 this cycle. But it's kind of alarming to know the truth about what's been going on with ETHgate. Yes, James O'Keefe is the man. Glad you saw that, Trini. Yes, the guy from Project Veritas. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but that's the guy. Gang, gang. Shout out Wrench Whisperer. Some guy purportedly caught bird flu from a cattle. I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe anything reported on the news. Nothing. Nada. Yeah, man, brother JV. There's always an ulterior motive. It's good to have alts to make profit and use to pay the bills and purchases so you can continue to hodl and stack yo stats. Base equals layer 2 network on ETH. Oh, thank you, Grant. Thank you, thank you. I got to get hip with this lingo, guys. I'm trying to keep up.
Do your thing, let me do my thing. You know we about as long as a piece of string. Shoulders closing fast for you do your way.
2x, no way on ETH. So you don't think ETH can 2x the cycle? Hypothetically, say Bitcoin did a modest 5x. You can't see a 2x? Sincere question, I asked. What is the ETH gate? Man, check it out. It just means the conspiracy behind Ethereum. And this guy connects a lot of the dots. He's an investigative journalist. I highly encourage you to check it out. All you got to do is check out my X account. I think it's my X handle is Crypto News Yes, because Crypto News Alerts was never available when I created it. So make sure you're following me on X. My social media links are in the description, and you'll see I retweeted it. Or you can just follow James O'Keefe on X, and you can find it as well. It's good. Only trust JB for the news. Thank you, Ben. I second that. Remember the pandemic? Denmark killed its wild farm mink population like 3 million, as they were the largest population in the world. It's a weird virus variant. Look after the stream. Yes, I sold my gold and most of my Vanguard good portfolio to buy Bitcoin. Screw Vanguard. Obviously, they're enemies of Bitcoin on the surface because they don't allow any of their investors to touch it. They're like, it's against our ethics. Well, guess what, buddy? Vanguard is the largest shareholder of MicroStrategy, so you can't make the ish up. ETH will 3 to 5x for sure. Yeah, I think so too. Will this pump keep going? As long as I'm streaming and as long as you're smashing those likes, there's a strong probability. Jennifer, I'm in the DC area. Where are you at? Cecilis. Yeah, man. So good for you to sell your gold and buy Bitcoin. All in, family. You already know. I pay $3 for my neighbors raised naturally. Vanguard owns all your food, fam. Not financial advice, but if you play with alts, take your profits in Bitcoin and keep your alts in the bull run for the exponential gains going. Bitcoin is the only one that will never die. AKA, it's going up forever, dankness. I love it. James O'Keefe Media Group, not Project. Correct. Thank you, Jennifer. He got kicked out of his own company or something and left after the exposed Pfizer. And that's when I'm like, wow, this guy's the real deal. Not many people would be willing to go against a juggernaut like them. You know what I mean? Vanguard is the largest shareholder of BlackRock also. Wow, why am I not surprised? So ultimately, Vanguard and BlackRock run the world. Vanguard plays politics, a friend out of Pocahontas and Liz Warren. Yeah, man. So disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is an entertainment and opinion-based show. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not responsible for any investment decisions you choose to make. I appreciate that disclaimer. You also notice it in every episode in the description, but I don't read it verbatim, so I appreciate that, K-Jam. That's the truth. I make this show for entertainment purposes. I'm not a financial advisor for sure. I'm just a guy with an opinion that likes to entertain people. So keep that in mind. I said it before and I'll say it again. Back in 2010, there was a website giving up. Yes, I remember that. 5 Bitcoins for an email address, right? Enter your email, we'll give you 5 Bitcoin. And guess what? Nobody wanted Bitcoin back then. Ironic how that works, isn't it? You could probably get 0.01 Bitcoin for Nipsey. How dare you, in my Greta voice, even suggest that? You want me to give up Nipsey? Not going to happen. Definitely not for 0.01 Bitcoin. Now, $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, I entertain that idea. But yeah, that's not cool. Beyonce told me girls run the world. Who run the world? Girls. Who run this mother? Yeah, I know that track. James is a hero. Agree with that. He's good. He's the real deal. Bitcoin's on the way up. I trade all the altcoins to buy Bitcoin just now. Yes, they also try to sue James to stop him from starting another media group. Not surprised. Kudos to him. My mother asked her CPA if she could buy some Bitcoin, and they said they don't offer the Bitcoin ETF because it's too risky. Man, yes, that's awesome. But anyways, fam, pump the likes, pump the stream. Now let's dive into our feature story of the day and discuss Bitcoin hitting $435,000, shall we? The headline here reads, the Bitcoin 2028 halving price target is $435,000 according to historical data. So let's break it down. So yeah, the Bitcoin price rallied approximately 650% since the last halving in April of 2020. So if history repeats, Bitcoin can reach $435,000 before the 2028 halving. Now, not too shabby, Bitcoin being up roughly 6.5x since 2020. Now, the Bitcoin price has risen 658% since the last Bitcoin halving, according to TradingView data, and is currently trading around the 66 mark. In fact, I think we even dropped post-COVID in 2020 to like 3,500 in that range. So we're up even more if you take it from the bottom. But here you're looking at the 1 week chart. Now, check it. The 2024 Bitcoin halving will happen in less than 3 weeks, more likely 2 weeks. If historical chart patterns were to repeat, the Bitcoin current 68,000 price would reach 434,000 per coin by the 2028 halving if it performs similar to the current cycle. Nonetheless, the Bitcoin post-halving rallies have seen diminishing returns throughout the years. Now, until the first halving in 2012, Bitcoin increased from having virtually no value to $12.50, a 12,400% increase. Then Bitcoin price jumped 5,200% to $650 per coin by the 2016 halving and 1,200% to $8,500 by the 2020 halving. Now, thus, the Bitcoin average price rallies fell by 45% each cycle to the current 658%. So if the diminishing return trend repeats, Bitcoin will deliver a 360% rally during the next cycle, resulting in a roughly $303,600 Bitcoin price at the time of the 2028 halving. The Bitcoin's recent price surge is unrelated to the upcoming halving and mainly attributed to the inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs, argues Hao Yang, head of the financial products over at Bybit, quoting him here. Considering the halving and price trends from a very rigorous quantitative point of view, there is no evidence supporting a positive correlation between the halving event and the Bitcoin price. But history can be interpreted in many different ways. I certainly hope for $435,000 per coin by 2028, but won't put too much into it. Now, a six-figure Bitcoin price appears even more possible if Bitcoin ETFs overtake gold ETFs, which is something that can happen in the next 2 years, according to a February 26 research report from Bloomberg analysts Eric Balchunas. And additionally, Bitcoin ETFs are growing at a much quicker pace than the gold ETFs did when they first appeared back in 2004. In fact, Bitcoin is speed running the gold price fivefold, says Sam Wouters, head of Contact at River, who wrote in a March 29th post the following: Bitcoin is basically just 5x speed running gold's trajectory. The last 10 years of Bitcoin looks a bit like squish version of gold's last 50. No wonder some people get salty, aka Peter Schiff. So you already know. And as I pointed out, gold is just the poor man's Bitcoin. We showed you there are a lot of outflows leaving the gold ETFs, and there's many inflows entering Bitcoin. Why do you think that is? Because number one, Bitcoin is a superior store of value. Number two, it's immutable. Number three, there's a finite limited supply. Number four, it's incorruptible. And number five, it's unconfiscatable. I'm going to add a bonus number six. It's un-F-wittable. You can't F with it, Peter Schiff. And you can, like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day. You get your flowers for the day when gold hit that new all-time high, I think yesterday, for $2,300. But hey, you got to show metrics of Bitcoin like, look at the 4-hour chart and look at gold for this week. Holy moly, you stupid Bitcoiners. But yeah, zoom out a little and let's show the all-time chart and take a look at that. Back when Bitcoin was nothing 15 years ago, to being worth $68,000 per coin. So we already know Bitcoin will eat the market cap of gold because the savvy investors are moving, even the baby boomers, they're moving their gold and capitulating for Bitcoin as they should. Why wouldn't you? Why would you want? And just the other day, Mike Saylor did a very awesome interview and he broke down the history of gold confiscation, and I retweeted that as well. Make sure to check it out. He gave us the ultimate history lesson on gold. And if you watch that, you understand why you don't want to be using gold as a store value. I think gold makes a great jewelry. Yeah, I mean, get a gold chain, something like that. But as a store value, when you have Bitcoin as the apex predator, to me, there's no comparison. However, if Bitcoin did not exist and there was no cryptocurrency, I may have some gold coins. Because what's the alternative, right? There would be none. But considering we have Bitcoin, there's no alternative to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is so much superior, hence why we call it the apex predator, hence why the market cap of gold will continue to flow from the ETFs of the precious metals into Bitcoin. Why wouldn't it, right? Especially those that understand money. And I think the more wealthy you are, the more likely you're to understand money. And there is a lot of big money from the whales. I would consider that the smart money. And what's the smart money doing right now? They're accumulating, stacking sats like there ain't no tomorrow because they understand what's about to happen. We understand the cyclical nature of the Bitcoin halving, which only occurs every 4 years. We're on the cusp, 2 freaking weeks away until that event. What happens post-halving? We go parabolic. Why? Simple supply demand. You don't need to understand TA, aka astrology for men. It's all irrelevant. All that goes out the window. That's why I love the stock to flow model. It's basically supply demand. When you have a very limited supply and they can't print more and you have massive demand, right? Worldwide coming from ETFs. And look at Nipsey going wild. Shout out to the Nippinator. And yeah, I mean, you have so many reasons to be bullish right now. And there's really no reason to be bearish, especially at a time like this, especially considering, let's not forget that we already tapped 69,000, meaning Bitcoin was at a higher price 3 years ago in 2021. So we haven't even seen the beginning of this real leg up of this bull run. I say once we surpass 100,000, things are going to get really funky really quick in a positive way. We can go from 100 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 500,000 this cycle. There's no telling. The truth is Bitcoin has no top because fiat currency monopoly tulip money has no bottom. You understand that? They're going to continue to print. It's going to continue to increase the value of Bitcoin. All the currencies around the world, like we have already started witnessing this year, are going to be trending towards zero. Bitcoin's breaking out, hitting new all-time highs in currencies all around the world. Why is that? Because fiat is becoming more and more worthless. And just as the dollar is the final boss in the fiat pyramid scheme, you already know Bitcoin's coming for you. Protect your neck. In the words of the Wu-Tang Clan, protect your neck, kid, because Bitcoins are coming. Just saying. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this price projection of 435,000. Again, I think that would be a bear scenario, especially for 2028. I'm more optimistic. My bear case scenario for this cycle, 2024-2025 for the peak, is 222,000. My bull scenario is 750,000. So yeah, anything is possible. And in God we trust. Holla at your boy. And let's read some of these comments out loud, family. Welcome to the stream, everyone just joining us. BTFD April is a bullish month. Is that you, Jenny? 100,000 is a rocket, homie. You already know. Endless cycling. Let's go. Ball sacks in the air, and they stay there. Nipsey, that is. Good day. Facts. Agree, says David. Supreme neck protector, holding down the sector. That was a little Method Man bars, right? Microphone checker, holding down the sector, supreme neck protector. Bitcoin will dump, the moon boys will cry. What are you, Charles Hoskinson? Whatever your name is. 435 at the halving means 500,000. The top before. There we go. I like that final boss, The Rock. Thank you, Serge. Yeah, bearish. We already hit 100,000 Canadian. Facts. We also smashed 100,000 Australian. The Nippinator. Monon. He's under the blanket. He's hiding. Nippinator indicator today. For real. You can't transfer gold across the borders instantly. I traded my gold for Bitcoin long ago. No regrets. You can't hide gold in a cold wallet. Yeah, man. And how many times in history have they confiscated the gold? They say history repeats. If not, it rhymes. Well, that means they will eventually confiscate your gold once again. So don't trust it. In fact, they could even confiscate the Bitcoin ETF BTC because that's the type of criminals they are. Anything they can get away with to keep you poor, they will do. The only thing they can't take from you is properly self-custodied Bitcoin. So P. Diddy is coming to Puerto Rico to grab Nipsey. Hell no. Diddy belongs in Hollywood with the rest of the weirdos, not here in Puerto Rico, just saying. I'm hoping for a nice rise to at least 85,000 after the halving. Easy peasy. Don't sweat that. That's a given. We may hit 85 before the halving. Charlie Cardano has a bad attitude. Charlie Cardano. JV, I'm late to church. It's all good, man. Church stays in session here. Think I need a few more bong rips. Attitude adjustment. Morning team from Australia. Shout out to my Aussie. Shout out Bryce Fleming. JB, don't want Nipsey gone. I was just thinking of the sailor soundbite. It's all good, family. Crocodano. Crocodano. The live stream pump. Thanks, JV. You're welcome. Least I can do. We were long overdue. I'm at home with your wife. That's why you need biddies. Your wife may leave you guys. I'm just saying. They may find some nerd that looks like Sam Trabucco or Bankman Fried that has some biddies in his wallet, and they're like, sorry, I'm leaving you. This guy has the Bitcoin. Yeah, Cardano versus Solana. The fight may happen with the owners. Oh, for real? Like one of these karate combat fights? I don't think I want to see Charles Hoskinson fight. I don't think overweight people in bad shape should be fighting. But hey, to each their own. I mean, look at Butterbean. 420. Amen to that. Where is it 420 and not here? Oh, I thought 420 on the stream or what? With Bitcoin, TA sometimes has no meaning. For real. It's kind of like irrelevant because there's macro factors that trump it. Then the stock to flow trumps it. So it's like when you're bored and we have nothing else to do, we look at the charts, kind of. 435 coming soon to a theater near you. Amen. Rumble time. You already know, Silas. That's the beginning of the Roadhouse. Connor jumps out a window naked. Don't ruin it for me, bro. As long as the diddler doesn't make an appearance. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. It's the diddler. 420 every day at my crib. I like it, Joe. I like ye. Remember Butterbean? Didn't he knock out a ref one time? I think I remember that as a kid. JV just hit the like button. Thank you, David. Watching from Jeddah, KSA. Whoa! Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the building. Let's go. Shout out Saudi Arabia. Shout out Middle East.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
I keep telling people that you need to respect the stream. If you don't, you will be removed. Respect. Facts. Grayscale still selling? Yes, unfortunately. Butterbean was no joke. He was actually a legit boxer. Yep. 100%. Charles looks 55. Well, I have no clue what he really is, so I don't know if that's a joke or not. Yeah, keep categorizing us as boomers. So what does that mean? Boomers! As I am 67, thought our kids to be independent thinking and adaptable to the future. I think you have an apology. Who you're referring to there, Bina? Grayscale's going to run out of biddies. It's always 420 somewhere in the world. This is true, but I can't wait for 20 in 2 weeks. Let's go. Jake or Tyson? Wow, good question. I think we all want to. I don't think I know a single human being that rather see Jake win, because I think everyone adores and loves Mike Tyson. He represents boxing and always has since I was a child. The greatest to ever do it, the youngest heavyweight champ of all time. You know what I mean? So I think we all want Tyson to win. I hope Tyson knocks out Jake. I think Jake's strategy is going to be very clearly to stay as far away from Tyson on the outside as possible, because all Mike needs is one combination to the body, then ripping upstairs and knocking his chin clear off his head. You know what I mean? Like, if Tyson even if Jake has his guard up and Tyson starts landing those combinations on the inside, he's doomed because he can't block every punch, and you just get hit once in the body or in the chin, lights out. He's never been hit that hard. However, if Jake can excel on the outside and frustrate Tyson by not allowing him to get within a closing distance and close the gap, then he can tire out Mike, and Mike may be winded after a few rounds because he's 58 years old and Jake is half his age. So I can see it going either way, but I hope Tyson gives us that knockout. I think the whole world would love to see that, including myself. I think most of Tyson's knockouts in his career were within 30 seconds. So if Mike just bum rushes him, bullying him, pushes him into the ropes, and goes and unleashes some fatal combinations, game over. And I think that's what we all want to see. Mike Tyson, the like button. I like that. Thank you. Tyson's going to smoke that dude. My son has more Bitcoin than I have. That's awesome, Bina. He should. Good son. He's going to take care of his mom because I introduced him to that. Nice. That's awesome. So already rigged in favor of Jake. I mean, a lot of boxing matches are rigged. This is factual. We all know the Mafia had their hands in boxing fights throughout the years. Also, extreme level of corruption in fighting. We've seen this. Even when Tyson Fury fought Ngannou, they gave Tyson Fury like a 20-second count to get up. You know what I mean? So they clearly didn't want their golden goose, Tyson Fury, to lose. But then, lo and behold, Joshua knocked Ngannou the F out. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. What do you think of Matic? One of my favorite hip-hop albums of all time. Illmatic. Shout out Nas. But no, on Matic, I'm bullish. It's a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. Polygon, that is. So definitely bullish. Type 1 if you think Tyson is going to win. I dig it. If you think Mike Tyson will beat Jake Paul, the problem child, put a 1 in the live chat. If you think Jake Paul, the problem child, will defeat Tyson, put a 2 in the chat. And let's see what you guys got to say. It'll be interesting to see. I actually watched Jake Paul fight here in San Juan a few weeks ago. It was actually 1 month ago today. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 month and 2 days. I think it was 1 month and 1 day. It was May 3rd or May 2nd. He fought here in San Juan at the Coliseum, but he fought a bum they were referring to as a taxi cab driver, and it was a KO the first round. 1-1-1, Bitcoin state of mind, baby. There you go, Trump. Silky Road, maybe a story for the long gains. Stillmatic was a pretty epic album by Nas as well. I was a big Nas fan growing up. FJZ. Remember Ether that Nas dropped against Jay-Z back in the day? One of the best diss tracks. You Tybo ho, trying to get brolic. Ask me if I'm trying to kick knowledge. Nah. Yeah, 1-1-1-1. Anyone think Jake is going to win? Put a 2. I wonder how Vegas, the betting odds are currently. Do they show Jake as the favorite due to his age? Or do they show Tyson as the favorite? I'd be interested to know if anyone knows. Not into boxing, but I think Tyson will win. Right on, Jennifer. And you know it's going to be on Netflix, so the world will be watching. Tyson is like Bitcoin, going to make a huge comeback and rise to the top. Speaking of a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. Bitcoin's been there for years. Peer to peer, bitten suckers to fear.
1-1. There we go. I don't see any 2s, so there you go. Polygon transfers are only 0.005 cents. Exactly. Bitcoin is the winner. I KO'd someone in a smoker show and only weigh 150 pounds. The gloves just make it way easier to block the shots. Yeah, I heard they're going to be fighting with 16-ounce gloves. I don't know if that's accurate, but those are much bigger than normal gloves. But I heard they're not going to be wearing any headgear. You mess with Big L and Lord Finesse? Yes. Big L was one of my favorite rappers growing up. In fact, that's why I always play this Robbie P track, because it's a remake from the Big L song, Ebonics.
Hey, pay attention on how I break this Bitcoin slang down.
So yeah, digging in the crates. I was a huge fan, of course. I'm a true hip hop head. I grew up on hip hop, so that's my background. I love hip hop. It's not going to be a show like we think it'll be. It'll go the distance. Do you think they'll have like an agreement, like not to hurt each other and to make it go the distance, and then they're both winners at the end? This could happen as well. However, I mean, if it's a competitive fight for real, you know they'd be all over that rematch because they can double up. Boxing loves rematches. Even when there's like one clear winner, they love making it a draw so they can repeat it again. Kind of like Canelo with Triple G. Remember the first fight? To me, Triple G clearly destroyed Canelo, and they gave it I think it was a draw, and then they fought again, and then Canelo actually did really beat Triple G, in my opinion. I like the baby-faced assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera. That's what's up. Okay, good. I come straight out of Compton. There you go, Ben Wise. Popular betting site OddsShark listed Tyson as the underdog for Paul for the July 2024 fight. Vegas odds from the site listed Tyson as a wow. Well, Tyson, I'll tell you this, if he isn't the underdog right now, a lot of people are going to be betting big on Tyson because he's the underdog and because it's Mike Tyson, and that may flip the odds around as we get closer to the fight, typically how it works. Don't have a Netflix account? Yeah, I don't have a paid account, but if you have a Amazon Prime account, I think as a bonus, they give you a free Netflix account, because I somehow got a free Netflix account. I think it's through Amazon Prime. Something. It's like you buy this, you get that kind of thing. But I don't support Netflix. I mean, I don't use it. So I think the last thing I watched on Netflix was The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, because it was the best documentary of all time. I could watch that over and over again. Boxing has never been the same without Don King. Real talk. I was watching an old Tyson interview, and he actually beat up Don King one time and went after him, and he was sharing the story. It was hilarious. You gotta. I love listening to the old stories of Tyson. He was being interviewed by, what's his name? The other champ. When I think of the name, I'll tell you. But it was good. It was brand new. That was as of March 7th, JV. Canelo versus Benavidez. Oh, I'm worried about the Tyson's health. Yeah, I mean, he could literally die in the ring. You got a 58-year-old man getting hit. Jake can hit hard. Jake has KO'd virtually all of his opponents except the guy he lost to, who was Tommy Fury. He TO'd Woodley. He KO'd everyone. I'd say in TO for some reason. He Terrell Owen'd him. Yeah, so it is a little shady in the sense that, I mean, who would want to fight a 58-year-old? But then again, it's Mike Tyson, the god of war. And if Mike taps into that young mind frame where I'm going to eat your children, I'd be very scared. Don was the worst guy. Have you watched The White Lotus? No. Kung Fu film? I haven't seen it. The Last Dance is really good, but as a suffering Knicks fan, it was tough to watch. Yeah, I was a Detroit Pistons fan, so I understand. I was like, Isaiah Thomas, take out Mike Jordan, and then they would always knock them out and win. I'm like, damn it. Jordan made me cry when I was a kid. I became more of a Jordan fan after the fact, because at the time I was my brother was the freaking Michael Jordan fan, and I didn't choose any favorite team as my brother. So I'm like, oh, my brother likes Chicago. He also liked the Knicks because we were from New York, but nonetheless, he also liked Chicago and Jordan. And so I chose the Detroit Pistons as my team, and I would watch them in like the playoffs, and I'd be like, damn it, Michael Jordan, why you got to do this to the Pistons? It was kind of hilarious. I met Tyson and with Tupac in LA, for real, Susie, at a Motown listening party, and met Tyson again at a coffee shop. Legends. That's pretty epic, Susie Carr. New here, what's up? What up, Ricky? Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, the #1 place to be in the world. I appreciate it. Bitcoin hype is low. Quickly, lads. Buy up all of them sats, says Tom Crown. Cheers, Mr. Crown. Tyson is Gen X. Little Jake, last match is near. Imagine he cripples Jake and puts him in a wheelchair. That'd be crazy. So, yeah. Anyways, fam, we're going to end the stream here so we can continue with the uncensored version of the pod. For those that don't know, I stream daily, not only on YouTube, but at the same time on Rumble. And when the YouTube stream is over, we continue with the uncensored version of the pod exclusively only on Rumble. So we're going to keep the stream going on Rumble. So go ahead and visit rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net, or simply open the Rumble app, type in Crypto News Alerts. You can't miss it, or simply check the description. I always have the Rumble link down there. And let's head on over to Rumble. We'll kick it for a little bit longer. And you can ask me anything, because Rumble is uncensored Crypto News Alerts. I can speak freely. I don't got to worry about, gatekeepers and not being able to express myself, and freedom of speech limitations, and not being able to, take advantage of my First Amendment right, because you already know how it is here on the tube. But anyways, head on over to Rumble, and let's get ready to rumble, shall we? Deuces to the tube. I'll be back at 10 p.m. Eastern this evening. I had some fun today. See you soon on Rumble. Peace. Rumble stream should be finito.